Alrighty, this is gonna be part 5 of Wild Arms number 2. Oh. There we go. Where last I left you, there was like this annoying little quest where I had to find 3 tablets that were in the water from that exploded airplane. So because there's no like unique dialogue or anything interesting happening there, I just got those offline. Anyhow, we're returning them now. The King of Mariabul says, "We now have all 3 data tablets. How can we get the information from them? The tablet's protective encryption is very difficult to break." Irving says, "I want to take them to the CLG region for analysis." Lilka apparently doesn't like that. Anyway, Irving says, "CLG technology will be able to open the tablets. The problem is getting there." Not too much. We can't take Valeria's chateau because there are no landing pads. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Lilka says, "Yes, and there's no overland or sea routes to Sealge either." Irving says, "Wait, Lilka, aren't you from CLG originally?" Lilka says, "Yeah, I came here using a teleport gem. Didn't quite work, though. Can't we analyze the tablets some other way without going to CLG?" The King of Mariabul says, "Wait a minute. Somewhere near Damson City is a tunnel for transporting coal to CLG, isn't there? Go to Damson City and ask the miners. They speak briskly, but deep down they are warm-hearted. I am sure they'll help you." Irving says, "Well, let's go look for the tunnel, shall we?" Irving says, "I give you a new mission. Arms, make haste to Damson City, and from there, the CLG region. Get any information on Odessa you can from the tablets. I'm counting on you." Yeah, today's been, like, weird. I've been in this, like, haze of I'm, like, not awake, but I'm awake somehow. It's bizarre. What the hell am I doing? We're going somewhere. Yeah, Damson. There we go. Let me arrange my windows a little. Alright. So, we are now at the Damson City. And I guess we gotta kind of, like, chat around to find this, like, pathway or whatever. I think this place has a bar, and I got information from someone before, so it's probably the same situation. "You know," says Axel at the bar, "there was a strange girl around here a while ago. She looked funny enough, but it looked like maybe she was hiding something pretty." "Oh, never mind." Alright, he's saying the same thing. "To get to the CLG region from here, Mount Chug Chug's underground tunnel is the best bet. The King of Mariabul really said that. He really did?" "Mount Chug Chug is dead now, so we all thought that the king had abandoned us. So, he still remembers us. I'm glad we can be of use again, especially like this. We Damson City miners will do anything to help you. We'll fight together. First, we'll have to free the tunnel. Bring this. It's proof from the King of Mariabul that I'm the top man at Mount Chug Chug." Alright. That was easy enough. But where is it? Where is this place? Whee! Oh, get out of my way. Can't you see I'm running? Did we go to that place before? Let's see. I wish it would show, like, the dungeons. Maybe this is it. No, that's under traffic. Let's see where we can find this place at. I think that's some place I never... Yeah, we don't need to go there. Maybe it's in this general area. Oh. Maybe I did already go there. Yes. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, I do remember this place. Alright, so I think we have to use the boss symbol. There we go. We are now in here. I love the music in this game. What am I supposed to do with that thing? I don't have anything for putting out fires. I'll just cook puka. Have a puka stew. Oh goodness. This 2D, 3D stuff is doing a number on my eyeballs. Yeah, we already have that, so we don't need it. Alright. Oh, this is just another... Maybe Lilka gets an ice rod or something. That's what I would suspect, given it seems like we need to put out some flames or something. Or maybe they have nothing to do with anything and I'm just wrong. What the heck? Have I been everywhere? Oh yeah, okay. I figured. Alright. I haven't played this game in God knows how long. Like, I have the Wild Arms 2, like, original, like, all the stuff. Like the actual PlayStation 1 game downstairs. Complete in box. Aw, man. It's fighting time. Bunny Island is in danger, and I'm the only one who can save it. Oof. Oh, I just jumped down in there, because I'm super smart like that. Haha, shortcut. Is it gonna drain the water, or...? Oh, okay. Maybe this is new. Yupper pupper. What is this hot mess? Interesting. I bet I have to jump down there and put that block over there, and then hit that switch. That's what I'm thinking. There she goes. Hit it, Zaddy. What does Zaddy even mean? Is that like daddy, but with some other connotation? I'm old, I don't know the lingos. I know nothing at all. Except for how to play video games. Let's see here. And even that's not, you know, the best skill in the world. I don't really care about those items. It's just daddy with a Z. I'm definitely not Gen Z, though. I'm closer to Gen X. Apparently, for marketing purposes, I am like the oldest millennial of all time, though. Let's see here. What the hell? How do I get that down? Oh, snicky. Alright. Let's put this here. Hello, little Cosmo. What are you doing? He has a tendency to lick my pants, because sometimes I use my pants as a napkin, and yeah. He, like, can smell the food, but there isn't any food. I don't know. He's got magical puppy nose. Make me a boomer for all I care, for the money. Yeah, they're definitely probably the most socioeconomic, what's the word, advantaged? The post-World War II economic miracle. Oh goodness. Alright, we got through this place. That was actually a pretty short dungeon. Look at that load screen, kids. This is PlayStation 1 technology. Ooh, we're in a snowy place now. Let's see what we find. Well, some monsters. It's a Yeti. A Yeti that eats spaghetti. I wish I had infinity money. I don't know what I'd do with it, honestly, though. I'd probably just never come home. I'd just travel the whole world forever. Until another FromSoft game comes out, at the very least. Cosmo isn't too... what's the word? Food... I don't know. I had coffee and my brain still isn't working right now. He's not too food, like, motivated, I think is the right word. Kumo is like, he'll eat until he dies, probably. I mean, he used to be that way, like, because he's a rescue, like when I got him from whoever the idiot was that had him before. What is this? We got a sorcery apple. But he doesn't do that now, like, now he'll eat until he's full, and if I've given him too much food, he just leaves it there, he doesn't really care. But he will get an, he will get annoyed if Cosmo's eating his food, so if the little puppy's going after the big dog's food, he'll, like, do food guarding. Which is silly, because we have enough food for them to eat. I think it's just like remnants of bad behavior from his shitty parent that he used to have. But yeah. I forget what I'm even supposed to be looking for. I think it's a town. Oh, is it just this thing? Is it already like on the map? So I'm searching for no reason. Okay. Beautiful. Opening the gate bridge is forbidden. Okay, so we probably gotta find that town first to get permission or something. Alright. Let's speed this up a little bit. Shazam! Death! Alright, cool. Where's this town? Oh my god. Alrighty, so I finally got this town to come into reality. So I guess the save file that I used, the hacked one, it had some kind of an issue. There we go, I fixed that. Where you cannot unlock this town because there's a flag that you can literally never activate if you choose to use the saved file, and apparently it's like a known thing, but I just found a different save file that isn't hacked, and we finally got to this town, so now we can finally proceed. Anyway, everybody is named differently in this, which is one downside, but anyway, Squall is Bunny, is Ashley, so hopefully I'll remember that. Bunny says, so this is Lilka's hometown. Oh my gosh, what's that kid's name? Tim says, a town that's inside a force field, how amazing. Lilka says, yeah, come on, we have to hurry up and get these data tablets analyzed, there's no time to lose. Tim says, what's wrong? You seem nervous. Bunny says, why don't you leave the tablets to us and go say hello to everyone? Lilka says, no, that's okay, thanks anyway. The Magic School's star pupil says, I thought you looked familiar, it's you, Lilka. I challenged you to a contest, but you stood me up, you runaway. Tim says, what? I didn't know that you were a runaway, Lilka. Bunny says, so you ran away from home, huh? God, what is this guy's name? Anyways. This is frustrating. I'm just gonna have to make a little side note to myself. Alright, wild arms to character names. Alright, so this is Brad. Brad says, how shocking, what will people say? Hee hee. Lilka says, you've got it all wrong. I didn't run away from home. I'm just wandering the earth to perfect my fighting skills. The star pupil says, if you leave home without permission, then it's running away. Lilka says, well, yeah, but... Bunny says, alright, that's enough. Don't get into an argument here. Let's see. The star pupil says, excuse me, but I haven't even introduced myself yet. Their name is Terry, apparently. Terry says, Lilka and I were in the same class. We're friends. Lilka says, friends with a creep like you? In your dreams, you're just a big jerk. Terry says, how dare you? Lilka says, you were always so stuck up just because you got good grades, and you were always trying to hit on me. Then, when I finally get a better test score than you, you challenge me to a spell showdown. Like I said, you're a big jerk. Bunny says, come on, knock it off. We didn't come here to argue with people. Brad says, we came here to undo the spell that's protecting these data tablets. We need to see your top scientist. Terry says, I'm sorry about what happened. I recommend that you go to Mr. McGregor's classroom. I'll go ahead of you and explain the situation. I will see you at the classroom later on. My challenge still stands, so don't try to run away, Lilka. Alrighty. Bunny says, see, he's not really a bad person. A little arrogant, but still. Lilka says, huh. Alright. Let's see what we are to do next. I guess we gotta find that lab or whatever to get these unencrypted. This looks like a jewelry store. Or a museum or something, according to that lady. I'm still just like flabbergasted that my save file didn't work. That is the first time, and out of all the times I've hacked save files, that that's happened. Alright, that's a library, not a classroom, so that's not gonna help us. This person says, the one who botched that experiment is my friend's sister. Have you ever heard of the witch girl? This is McGregor. He says, Terry already briefed me on the situation. Let's get started immediately. Looks like we got a call from Irving. McGregor says, a communicator? We must connect it to a projector. I'll get you one now. Fancy. McGregor says, I will now explain what I did. I shall endeavor to be brief. All 3 data tablets were shielded by an amazingly strong protect spell. It impressed even me, but this presented a challenge to me as a scientist. I thought you said you'd be brief, says Terry. McGregor says, oh yes, you're quite right. As I was saying, the data tablets contained information about the location of Odessa's hideout, but they were damaged, and a full analysis will take a little longer. Yes, I'd say about 1 more day should do it. And Irving says, as for Odessa's hideout, McGregor says it would appear to be located at a massive energy plant. Data in the tablet suggests some sort of high-quality energy refinement operation. But why would they choose a place where they risk being blown to bits in the event of an accident? Bunny says, I believe there is something at the plant that makes it worth the risk. Irving says, to come to the point, Odessa requires massive amounts of energy. This is our chance to finally get the drop on those terrorists. We'll launch a surprise attack and put that plant out of business. Bunny says, a very bold plan, Irving. And, gosh, why do I keep forgetting this dude's name? Oh well. Oh yeah, Brad. Brad says, I see, a surprise attack. We'd finally be able to put them on the defensive. Irving says, but we have to pinpoint the plant's coordinates first. McGregor says, yes, well, as I was saying, I'll need 1 more day. I can't get any additional information out of the tablets without more time. Irving says, okay, we're counting on you. I suggest that you get some rest before tomorrow. You've got a long day ahead of you. Okay, everyone, get to your quarters. Alrighty. Anyways, Lilka says, shutting down the energy plant must mean blowing it up. If so, I've got just the thing for that. Terry says, Lilka. Lilka says, what do you want? Terry says, this is too dangerous for you. I think you should drop out. Your magic isn't advanced enough. You could get hurt, or worse. I don't want to see that happen. Lilka says, you don't have to worry about me. I've done alright so far. I know my grades aren't that hot, but I do well under pressure. The only time I ever got a better test score than you was in an actual spell casting test, right? Terry says, but there's a chance you might not make it back. Besides, you wouldn't be able to take up my challenge. Lilka, you have to accept that you're not as good as your sister. Lilka says, I hate you, and walks away. How cute. Lilka says, Bunny. Bunny says, what do you want at this time of night? Lilka says, I need you to go somewhere with me. It's not going to take too long. Bunny says, what gives? Bunny says, this place is really something, huh? It really takes your breath away. Lilka says, I just love this place. It's so exciting, a midnight trip to the Museum of Wonders. Coming here at this time of night reminds me of someone very important to me. My sister and I used to sneak in here all the time. We were always together. My sister and I loved her so much. Bunny says, what do you mean, loved? Lilka says, all of Sealge was sure she had a bright future ahead of her, but there was an accident during a magical artifact experiment. Bunny says, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Lilka says, when they told me she wouldn't pull through, I was shattered. I never wanted to go through that kind of pain again, so I decided never to care for anyone again. Bunny, you won't leave me, will you? Bunny says, huh? I'm gay, I smoke poles. Lilka says, I really care for you, so don't ever leave me, okay? Of course, I won't. None of this will. Not me or any of our other friends. You'd better promise not to, otherwise I'll never be able to care for anyone again. Bunny says, I promise. After all, you are important to me too. But not important enough to date. Anyways. Lilka says, hocus pocus, fizzy pocus. Bunny says, the fuck? Lilka says, it's a charm to give you good luck and to keep a smile on your face. My big sister taught it to me. I want to be just like my sister. I want to create my own charm to make people smile. Bunny says, you can do it. I know you can. Lilka says, thanks for believing in me. Well then, let's get busy. Bunny says, where are we going? Lilka says, to destroy the energy plant. I have the perfect item for the job. Let me see that for a moment. Okay, and she walks away. See what for a moment, exactly? Lilka says, I remember a spell bomb that sends a bomb blast between dimensions. Hey, that's strange. Bunny says, Lilka, the plan was to blow up the plant, right? Lilka says, yeah. Did you guys have a different plan? Bunny says, Lilka. Lilka says, hey, I didn't do anything. I couldn't find what I was looking for. Bunny says, oh no, perhaps someone's stealing the data tablets. How doony. Mr. McGregor says someone stole all 3 data tablets. I'm so sorry. Irving teleports in and says, I was briefed on what happened. Only you know who could have pulled off something like this. I need your help. The data tablet's ID pattern was detected moving southwest, out of Sealge. I want you to begin pursuit immediately. McGregor says, the southwest, you say? Aha, they're gonna go through the gate bridge. This key will get you across gate bridge. Take it with you. Take it like a Polaroid picture. Take it, take it. Anyways, Bunny says, how did they know we were trying to analyze the tablets anyway? Wait a sec. How did they even find out we were in Sealge? Could someone be feeding them information? No, it couldn't be. Or could it, you dumb bastard? Ho 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 ho. Anyways, let's get the fuck out of here and go across that bridge. I'm kind of sad that the item hack is no longer available to me, because it was fun playing with, but oh well. It's more important to actually get to the story bits. Oh, here comes that little douchebag. Terry says, Lilka, wait, are you leaving? Lilka says, yeah, but don't worry about me. Terry says, worry? I wasn't worried. Lilka says, that bomb thing you have. Terry says, eat my dust, a spell bomb that sends a bomb blast between dimensions. Don't you remember that's from class? Lilka says, I wasn't asking you what it was. I was trying to say that if you get caught with that thing, you'll catch major hell. Terry says, and don't think I've forgotten about the challenge. You'd better not get killed out there, because when you get back, we're going head to head. And let me tell you. Lilka cuts him off and says, I will not lose. I don't have time for this now. Catch you later. Alright, we have acquired whatever the hell that thing was. How fabulous. The sad thing about the item hack not working is that that's the only item that breaks that run. Because normally if you pick up any item, regardless of what it is, because the item hack has 127 of each item, but 99 is the max, if you pick up another item that is identical, it drops the inventory down to 99, and it lets you pick it up typically. But for some reason, that one particular item wasn't gonna go through. So, I have to use that weird thing? Or maybe this? Okay. We are now at the gate bridge. Haha. Shazam. Oh my. It's making earthquakey sounds. Bunny says, what the heck's that vibration? Lilica says, it's not terribly peaceful. Oh, no shit, Sherlock. Liz says, woohoo, a lovely explosion, so boldly large. Art says, art. Liz says, from here on, we can't cross, even if we want to. So smart and so cool. If we raise the gate, it'll all be ours. Oh, noes. Bunny says the bridge in front is open. Darn, it's one of their dirty tricks. Whoever the fuck this guy. Brad says leave it to me. I'll lower the bridge myself. Guess he's gonna kick it down. Or maybe he knows how to operate this thing. Amazing. Wow. It's fixed. Liz says, ah, our plan has gone up in smoke. Art says, art. Liz says, how sneaky, we'll just raise it again. Whoa, what's going on here? Energy insufficient, 5 minutes until the bridge opens after recharging. Liz says, ah, he's frustrated. Or maybe it's a she, I don't know. Lilica says, I don't get it, but everything seems fine. Bunny says, let's get across the bridge before it reopens again. And we only get 5 minutes to get the flak over there. Oh my god, what is this evil little Pikachu? Time to kill them, they all must die, they have to die now. Ho-ho, ha-ha. Stabby, stabby, stab. Goodbye, loser. Oh, I guess the time freezes when you're in a fight? Interesting. Alright, well that's enough of that. Gots to kill all kinds of enemies, I guess. For some reason, this gray sphere is 3 wolves that are blue. Alright, I'm just gonna try to avoid these things. Save some time, I guess. Oh, snicky. It's a snicky. There's some snicky steps. Oh, ho, ho, ho. So snicky. Oh, you dirty hoe. Kill them. They all must die. Oh. Down. Oh ho! Shablam! Oh, they're coming to get me. Probably have to do this. Well, they can't hit it. How do I get over that without touching that? Alright. It's just a matter of throwing diagonally, I suppose. Clay puppets. And they died. Oh, fools. Fools, you should never challenge somebody who has Game Shock codes equipped. Alrighty. Go away. No one likes you. Oh, they got me. Ho ho! Oh my. Bunny says the bridge is still down. We need to blast over it. Liz says, I've reached such heights, and now there's no stopping me. Ard says, Ard. Liz says, hey, don't worry, Ard, I'm a gentleman. And as a gentleman, I know no means no. Ard looks confused. Liz says gentlemen don't like violence, but love the violence of words. Prepare for word torture. I just can't keep myself quiet. I'm full of dangerous phrases that should be censored. Ard seems confused some more. Liz says, what are you saying? You ask what I'm doing, and you don't flinch. I'll hit and hit until they do as I say. I'll throw off the gentleman disguise. The era of the intellectual gangster is over. That guy says a lot of stuff that don't make no sense to me. We be running down the motherfucking bridge. Aha. Oh ho. Liz says, I've been waiting for you all. Ard says, Ard. It is time for them to die. Bunny says, it's you again, you unrepentant fool. Liz says, yes indeed, the hidden powers spreading the terrorist spell Odessa through the land are Liz and Ard. That is us. I'm not anyone suspicious. Bunny says, it's not a hidden sphere, but a sphere of danger, right? Bunny says, what's that, a compliment? That sweet smell of danger can't be hidden from us. Ard agrees, apparently. Bunny says, so what do you want? Liz says, I wouldn't know, I'm the brains, Ard's the power, and I'm cool. No matter how you look, we're just first rate. You Phil Gaia guys suck. You won't get away with just a little burn. Bunny says, we can't back down either. If you're gonna confront us, you'll have to destroy us. And it's fighting time. Alright, I need to let this music play for a second. Because it's awesome. Oh, yeah, got that lizard in the face with the motherfucking umbrella. Oh, right in the throat. So vicious. But yeah, if you're wondering why my damage is now different, it's because the hacked file got all fucked up. Okay. Liz says, I just can't accept it. Ard says, Ard. Liz says, I gave him a nosebleed, but no friendship developed. My calculations show something vital missing. Could it be poetry? Bunny says, I need y'all to move. We have no time to play. Now come over here and let's all be gay. Liz laughs and says, after all we've just discarded horses. Ard says, Ard, a bunch of times. Liz says, my apologies for that little bit. Apparently it was vicious. Liz continues, hey, you're not too bad. This calls for the best of the best. A proud #1 since its debut. One look and you'll be going home. Oh my. What is this mess? It is Satan. Oh no. Such a naughty little monster. Doom, Trask Point 2. It must be destroyed. Oh, it couldn't take my massive power. Now it's dead. Bum, bum, bum. Oh yeah. Liz says, how wretched! Surprisingly, even the monster regeneration unit responded, as if yielding to a baby. You think it was that the regeneration didn't work? If only I had Bulkaiden, everyone would be paralyzed. If only it was finished. There's nothing more maddening than to be delayed by hoodlums I only just met. It makes me shake with vigorous anger. Ard says, Ard! Liz says, but the legend has just begun. Today's scientific know-how will lead us to the land of promise. While I was waiting for that day to come, with such great anticipation, we morphed into this new shape. Bunny says, so that's what happened. Liz says, what are you, an idiot? Something like that can never happen. We've probably looked like this since birth. Bluntly put, we're in our birthday suits. Either way, we've managed to successfully delay you all on a grand scale never seen before. Listen, thanks. Bunny says, darn. Liz says, well, it was a rotten trick. We ungrudgingly exposed our brilliance. Vin is probably delighted by this. Me and my images of youth will never ever be caught. As your last memory in your teens, let the sight of our departure burn your goggle eyes. Okay? He then says adieu and makes an escape. Lilka says it's just like cutting the tail off a lizard. Bunny says, damn. It's more important for us to pursue the Odessa forces than chase those two. Tee-hee, ho-ho. I guess it's time to go. Oh yeah. Alright. Looks like we got a telephone call. Oh-ho. Kate says the data tablet pattern shows they're now heading northwest. I will never remember this guy's name. Brad says that's northwest from here. Oh my goodness. I bet they're trying to get through Green Hell. Kate says, did you say Green Hell? Green Hell is a trail through the northwest forest. The Green Hell Trail is the only way to escape this area. Even animals can't get out of there. Vincent, or whatever the hell this guy's name is, Irving, there we go. The tablet's pattern still indicates northwest movement. We'll just have to trust, Goodness gracious. We'll just have to trust Brad. Follow them. Stay on them like a bloodhound. Okay. Alright. It's time to go over here. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that it's right about Meower. Alright, there should be a small village on the other side of the forest. Okay. As long as they're cutting through the forest, they're bound to leave clues. Bunny says, do you know anything about the village up ahead? And our friend Brad says, let's go. Their footprints lead directly north. Lilka says, Brad, you don't talk very much about yourself, do you? Oh my, it's a flashback. You know because it's in sepia tone. Brad says, I just don't have anything worth talking about. Let's hurry. The longer the wait, the harder the pursuit. Oh-ho. I wonder who reset that thing. Alright, I need to make myself a little... There we go. Hopefully that will be a good enough reminder for myself. What is this weirdness? North Cape T-Bach Village. Okay. I think it is right about Meower. Anyhow, Brad says the scenery hasn't changed since then. Could it still be the same? I have changed much since that day. Nothing stays the same, no matter what form it's in. Bunny says, what's the matter? And we have Brad saying it's nothing, forget it. Let's keep following those guys. Alright. I wonder if the doggy is still here in this town. That would be kind of like a cute throwback. This music is awesome. Do, 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 do. Ho ho, what happened there? Oh, a YouTube subscriber. So they're probably not, like, in this chat. But thank you anyway. I've been trying to get up to 1,000 so I can be monetized. Alright. Let us save our game. And yes, that is a bunny pun. Ho ho. Alright, is that our doggy? Lilka says, fancy this. Stop that this instant. Don't bother the travelers with all your horseplay. Oh, hi, mister. Brad says, I said, my name isn't mister. Is that you? It's Kumo. That's what I named him the first time. But as this is not my save file, yeah. I might be naming them incorrectly. How could you forget Moomba? I know it's been 5 years, but still. Brad says, let's see. It's me, Meryl. Not the same Meryl you knew before. I'm 17 now. We all have to look our age, including Kumo and me. All this time, I'd hoped that we would get the chance to meet again. Aw. Meryl says, after you left, I asked why everyone called you a hero. And I asked why a hero would be chased down and captured. You're not a bad man anymore, right? That's why you're here now. Brad says, I'm still a prisoner. I've been a prisoner ever since that day. Meryl says, I wanted to see you so that I could show you someone. After you were taken away, Kumo told me he was in the forest, unconscious. I think he was in the Slayheim Liberation Army, just like you. This is the place. Now come inside. Ho ho! How filthy. Well, I'll be. Meryl says, do you know him? Yes, I do. Thank goodness. He had this on him. That's his name, right? I guess he's Billy. Sounds good to me. Brad says, Billy. He's a very close friend of mine. Meryl says, I'm so happy for you. But he must have amnesia from his fever and his injuries. He keeps mumbling that his name is Brad Evans. Oh well, if he's your friend, that's enough for me. Meryl says, I know you're glad to see your friend, but I have some bad news. We weren't able to heal him in mind or body. Brad says, it's enough for me that I got to see him alive. Also, I'm grateful to you. Brad says, Slayheim expanded its military against the people's wishes. Many small rebel groups staged scattered uprisings, but they were too unorganized. There then appeared a man who united the opposition into the Slayheim Liberation Army. That man's name was Vincefield Radamanthus. Brad continues, that's the name of my former commanding officer. Bunny says, Brad, Vincefield was your commanding officer? Tim says, holy cow. So Brad, you and Vincefield were buddies? Alright, Lilka says, but Vincefield is the ringleader of Odessa. Why would the Liberation Army leader turn a terrorist? Meryl says, I heard people in my village say it was Vincefield's charisma and the bravery of Brad Evans and his companions that enabled the Liberation to defeat the military despite their small numbers. Brad says he and I were always fighting side by side, but he disappeared during the final operation. When the fighting was over, we Liberation Army veterans were blamed for the entire war. We were treated like war criminals. That's right, it was all a clever trap set and sprung by Vincefield. Meryl says, wow, I don't care what anyone says. Kumo and I know that you're not a bad man. Didn't you surrender to spare our village 5 years ago? Besides, you helped the recruits from our village at Greenhell, right? No one in this village thinks you're bad. Brad says, so 5 years later I returned to this village, which should have been the site of my grave. That scumbag formed Odessa and came back before me. He betrayed me and my friends. I'll never forgive him. Bunny says, but why did you keep quiet about this for so long? Who'd think you were once friends with our enemy? Brad says, I'm sorry. I thought it was between him and myself. I wanted to settle it, and I never intended to involve you in my private vendetta. Lilka says, hey, we're all comrades. That makes you our buddy, right? So what if you and Vincefield were buddies then? You're not anymore, currently. Brad says, that's right, I'm a member of ARMS, the sworn enemy of the terrorist faction Odessa. Bunny says, let's focus on the present. The thieves who stole the data tablets were traced to this town. Just ahead is the ocean. They must have crossed the sea to the continent. Make sense? Brad says, the desert in the northwest is where Slayheim once was. Knowing Vincefield, he could use the abandoned facilities as a base of operations. There's a town over there called Courtley. We should start gathering information there, but it'll be hard to get to Slayheim without a boat. Tim says, we left the hovercraft a long ways from here. Bunny says, then Courtley it is. It's a long shot, but it's the best we have. Tomorrow we'll figure out a way to get there. There has to be a way. Okay. Trying to talk to this guy. Not sad, he just says people break. Alrighty. Let's see. I think there is something I need in this village, so let me check my guide really quick here. Let's see. Oh, okay. I guess I need to talk to the dog and he'll get us some item. Where did he go, though? Meryl says, Kumo is a handful. He has a strange habit of collecting junk and bringing it to people he likes. We received the teleport orb and a data tablet. Lilka says, look, the tablets. Bunny says they've been destroyed, so they realized we were using their pattern to track them. Whoever did this knew a lot about them. Brad says they erased the memory. It looks like the trail runs cold. Time for good old-fashioned marching. On to Slayheim. Bunny says, what's this? It's a teleport item. With this, we can teleport to any town that we visited before. Lilka says, I never did have much luck with that kind of item, though. Ho ho! Sneaky, sneaky. Alright, where are we going next? Alright, looks like we need to teleport back to our hovercraft. Not quite sure where I'm supposed to go, but we'll just take a peek around. It says something about crossing a river, so... Oh my. What is over here? It's a sign. Here lies the mouth of the river. Keep it clean, no littering. It's kind of hilarious. Okay, so that must be the river I'm supposed to be going through. Hopefully. Maybe? Who knows? What's over here? Oh, that's where Baskar Village was. I don't think this is important right now. What is this? That is the prison from, like, the big... what is that? That's Sylvaland Castle, so that's probably not the right way. Maybe I need to go that other direction. Kinda hard to tell. Is it this crazy desert place? Let's see. We have some information about Courtly. Go up the river, which flows into the southwest part of the sea. You should be able to reach the desert from the coast. The town is on a bridge spanning a huge rift. That's all the info I have. Okay. So we're kind of in the right spot. There's gotta be a bridge somewhere, I guess. Big ass desert, looking for a bridge. Ooh, we found something. Where be this bridge? We found another something. Ho-ho! There's something up there too. Well, this must be the rift it was talking about. So maybe we just have to search all along it. Come on. This looks like the perfect place for a bridge. Come on, man. Maybe I can walk across the other side over there. Haha, we found you, you dirty bastard. Welcome to Courtley, home of courts. This town of Courtley was built on a stone bridge over a big valley, a huge fissure in the earth. Well, yeah, no shit. The one-eyed female mercenary says, I need someone to help me exorcise some monsters. Are ya interested? Lilka says, monsters? Bunny says, some mercs specialize in monster exorcism. She must be one of those. The mercenary says, I need a little help exorcising monsters in Slayheim Castle. Bunny says, help, but... The lady says it's settled, then. Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake. The exorcism starts tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bunny says, I don't know anything about you. How am I supposed to know you without knowing your name? And her name is Canon. Literally. Her canonical name is also Canon. Bunny says, Canon? Canon says, that's what people call me, and that's all you need to know. You're Bunny. How does she know what my name is? Who the fuck is this lady? Tim says, Canon, huh? She knew who you were, Bunny. Lilka says, but she didn't even say when or where we're supposed to meet. Bunny says, the other me senses something, but I can't put my finger on it. Just who is she? Brad says, we'll find out tomorrow when we go to Slayheim Castle. For now, let's just get some rest. Oh my, Brad wants to sleep with me. Bunny says, Brad, it's about Slayheim Castle. Hey, where are you? Why are we spying on him? Oh, probably because... yeah, maybe he's the traitor. Brad says... oh no. Bunny says, Brad, where were you? I wanted to ask you about the castle. Brad says, sorry about that. The castle is located at the northeastern edge of the Salt Flats. Bunny says, how strange. He was evasive, but why? Oh no. I mustn't doubt him. If I can trust a guy I fought side by side with, then who can't I trust? I don't know. Anyway, Brad says, what is it, Bunny? Bunny says, oh, it's nothing. Forget it. Brad says, to get to the Slayheim Castle, we must cross the desolate Salt Flats. They are haunted by ghosts. Don't let them lead you astray. Oh, no. Well, at least they're kind of implying that he might be the traitor. Alright, we have escaped whatever the heck that place is. Now we are looking for a castle. Where was it supposed to be? Once you find Courtley, it's on to Slayheim. It's north of there, but we're not exactly sure where. You'll have to ask someone. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think we just gotta go north. I'm pretty sure it's Canon that told us where we go next, so I don't think I have to speak to any of the villages. Well, doesn't that look suspicious? Hello. Oh, well, there's a lot of them. Oh, the searching thing is getting real old. Now, the guy doesn't quite say where this place is, so I'm just gonna ask around in the town just to be safe. I don't want to search around when the game's flag isn't lit, and then I basically can't find the joint, so... Plus, that other guy in the phone call said you should ask around, so... I saw what you did. You were with that shady-looking bunch that came to town. You're a terrorist, aren't you? Oh, no. Alright. I think he's just reloading my arms. Which we don't need, so it's not a big deal. Nothing seemingly important there. How strange. Just the other day, I saw someone who looked just like you. Yeah, everybody thinks that Brad is somebody who's been here before. So, guess we gotta check all the houses too. Yeah, and these are just shops, so there's nothing particularly interesting there. Alright. Let's take a peek here. Alright, the northeastern edge of the flats. Let's see here. Aha! We found it. There we go. Didn't want to run into another situation where I'm hunting forever to find the place I'm supposed to go. Gets old. Brad says, Slayheim Castle. I never thought I'd be back here again. But here we all are. Do, 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 do. Open sesame. Some strange contraption keeps the door closed. Oh no. There's a gap where the book was. Oh. The Treaty of Iscariot. Perhaps I must find the book. seems too obvious for them to hide the book in the room where you use the book, so I'm gonna assume it's elsewhere. A massive pendulum. If it hits you, it could hurt. It wouldn't let me move out of the way. Rude. Fancy. What the hell are you? There's a switch on the wall. Let's press it. Ooh, it opened the door. How fancy. Alrighty. We're low on ammo and most of the squad is wounded. How can you think we still stand a chance? We must win, no matter what happens. We're gonna turn things around now. Lone Wolf acquired. Already. Some strange contraption keeps that door closed. Oh. Fell down a hole. It's my life story. Be going down all them dark, dirty holes. Alright, I think this was that library. No. That door is locked. Let's try this side of the building. The heck is this? I thought I might be able to like push or pull that, but it does not appear that that is the case. Whoopsie. Maybe if I kick it? Maybe there's just nothing there. The picture is crooked. There is a switch. Haha, snicky snicky. Oh no. Another cutscene. Hey, you can't collapse now, not after coming this far. I know. We can't stop now because this is a chance we cannot afford to lose. Captain, the royal family seems to be hiding in a cellar. We request instructions, sir. We can't blow this chance. If we stop here, we'll suffer an irrecoverable setback. Oh my god. Oh my god. A setback? Irrecoverable? Who translated that madness? We won't be able to recover from this setback would sound so much better. Shablang. We got a duplicator. But we have not gotten the fuck out of this place yet. Alright. Is that a map? Interesting. one of those secret bossy guys. A cheap nightclub. Oh yeah, I think my camera's being wonky again. I can't even see it, because if I don't have my emulator screen up, the controls don't work. Where to go? What to do? Oh, there's a switch up there. Maybe I can knock all those pillars over? Kick. Yeah, fuck your pillars. Buy another one, you rich motherfucker. Oh yeah. Part of me didn't think that would work, but I'm like, something's gotta be able to hit that thing. That was just kinda cool. Another cutscene. There is no time to celebrate. What is it? That loser fugitive must have lost his mind. The King of Slayheim. He activated the triggering device on the Angel Halo. Good lord, that's an angel weapon. They were permanently banned under the treaty. There must be a code to deactivate the bomb. The king must know. Beat it out of him if you have to. Believe me, I'd like to, but it's too late. The idiot blew his own brains out. That son of a bitch. I'll turn that sucker off. Don't be an idiot. We can't afford to lose you. I don't plan on dying. Besides, you still have something that's mine. Take care of Vincefield for me. That was our last mission together, Billy. When the Angel Halo detonated, I thought I'd never see him again, but he made it back alive. And I also must stay alive so that when the war is over, I can give him back what I'm holding for him. Why didn't you give it to him earlier, you jackass? We got the plus band. Fucking knock knock, motherfucker. Bust your pillar. A voice echoing through the castle says you are like this castle's ghost. You both possess a life that is not of this world. Canon says I will send you to where you belong. You do not belong in this world. But she already said that before, so... Bunny says it's you. You're that mercenary. Are you an assassin of Odessa? Canon says I don't work for anyone. I only follow my own destiny. Besides, those terrorists could never tie me down. I don't have anything personal against you, but I must slay the monster that lurks within you. I do not tell you to surrender. I simply say, accept. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's trying to slit my throat. But you gotta wait your turn, bitch. Canon says, it is my destiny to hunt down and kill monsters and ghosts. I will cut down anyone who tries to stop me. I have sworn an oath to myself. I'm gonna stab you in the fucking throat. Before I attack her, I just want to vibe on this music for a minute. Oh my god, she stabbed a little girl. How rude. Aw, man, she died. Canon says, damn, I was careless. But this isn't over yet. I will fulfill my oath to myself. Oaths that are kept for people outside yourself seem a little bit more honorable than just being selfish, but whatever. Canon says, my oath to kill all monsters. I will hunt you down no matter where you go. Till then, stay healthy. Do not rob me of my pleasure. By the way, Vincefield said the hero he knew 5 years ago was left-handed. Watch your back from now on. You are my prey, and I won't let anyone else take you. Okay. Is there any other points of coming in this building? I'm not quite sure what the point was. Anyway, looks like we need to head back to that bridge town. Which is here. Ho ho, haha, we did it. Teleportación. Oh ho ho. Oh my god. Bunny says it's me. Come in, Valeria Chateau. Do you read me? And that's that, says Brad. What the flock is this guy's name again? I lost my little notepad thingy. Irving. Yeah, that's right. Irving says, since you're near Courtly, I want you to check something out there. Despite the signal jamming, we detected an unusual energy waveform from the desert. It could be a terrorist facility, or even their main base. Bunny says, do you have a location? Irving says, from here, it's a miracle that we even picked up the signal. The only way to pinpoint the location is for you to comb the desert. That sounds terrible. Oh my god, go look at each individual grain of sand, you fucking losers. I command thee. How about no, motherfucker? Well, it doesn't say it's in the salt flats, so it's probably the other side of the town. Get out my way. I'm an angry lesbian. Ho-ho. Alright, this guide says... head north of the beach where the sandcraft is parked. Alright. We can definitely do that. The sandcraft... Wait, sandcraft? Do they mean hovercraft? I don't know. Let's see what we can do. Oh my god, it's a sign. Welcome, bitches. Yeah, that tells me where the town is. We already found the town. Yes, we found it. Antonora says, we've just received a report that arms has infiltrated our plant. Vincefield says, so they finally come. Antonora, I'll leave the defenses to you. This position here, she says. Vincefield says yes. I'll be joining Ptolmia and heading for Heimdall Gatso. This place is in your hands. Antonora says, yes, sir. Vincefield says, do you hate me? Antonora says, why? All of a sudden would you ask me that? Vincefield says, you think I don't know, do ya? Antonora sits there in silence. Vincefield says, if I can't have your heart, I have no desire for this world. If you think I'm your enemy, kill me here and now. Antonora says, Vincefield, sir. Please hurry. Right now, we're being ambushed. I wonder if she's being controlled. Antonora says, ow, ow, ow. Or oui in French. She wants to touch his wee-wee. Oh my god. A big red egg attacked me. What a bastard. Kill them all. Yeah. Die, motherfucker. Die, motherfucker, die. Leave me alone. An innocent bunny. How dare you step in my path? Oh, what the fuck is this shit? Is that a hole? Oh yeah, we can't walk on that. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus. Oh my fucking Christ. Well, we can't get anywhere from there. Who would build such a devious fucking nightmare? Oh ho ho, the bridge of fuck Ewerson Town. Well, which way do we go? That way looks terrible. Let us go this way. They've placed a bunch of annoying assholes everywhere. Oh my god. They just made out. Kill them all. Hee hee, ho ho. It's time for you bitches to go. Oh, definitely not that away. Or that away. Looks like this is the correctest path. The most correct path. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Oh my god. Kill these bitches. Die, yes. Alrighty. Oh my god. These eggs are having sex with each other. No, don't touch me, sexy eggs. God damn it. Cannot run away from the sexy eggs. No, no! God damn you, sexy eggs. Alright. The danger of the sexy eggs is still prevalent. Let's go over there. Oh, you motherfucker. Son of a fucking bitch. It's 420. Oh my god, that guy must be Elon Musk. I knew it. Ugh, cannot get away from these things. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Oh, my husband is mocking me in the background, apparently. What an evil husband. He will be next. I was like, if this takes me back to that other room where I already was, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed. But it did not. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Oh, goodness. We found the main computer. Let's have sex with it. Lilica says, this seems a bit much. Tim says, if we can confuse the enemy by using their machine against them, our mission will be a lot easier. Brad says, this looks like a job for me. I'll take care of this. You guys need to go to the deepest depths of the darkest hole and plunge your wiener inside. After I finish here, I'll follow. We'll operate independently for a little bit. Bunny says, Brad, I understand. We'll meet you at the deepest depths. Bring back some lube, why don't ya? All right. It is time to proceed. Bunny says, I wonder if it's okay to leave him here all by himself, but I've decided to have faith in my friends, because I am an anime idiot. Oh-ho, let's go this way. Shablam. Oh my god. What the flock is that? Is that a fucking tank? Thank you very much. Fucking fight me. Oh god. I guess we can't go that way. We cannot freeze it. Oh, it does not like being burned, however. Haha, fool. We destroyed you so easily. I thought it was gonna be like a mini-boss or something. No, it succumbed to a single fireball. Even though it was made of metal. What a shitty design. What the fuck is in here? The person inside is saying something. They're transmitting. Okay. That doesn't seem important. The door is locked. Oh my god. What is over here? Ah, Jeebus with these freaking Majabber Medelios. But yeah, that song that I was singing, that Die Motherfucker shit, it's a rap song. I don't know who sings it, but it's in the movie Office Space, when they're destroying this, like, shitty fax machine that never works. They're, like, all ganging up on it. It's kind of funny. Read the codes. Oh my god, I'll never remember that. No habla fucking whatever the fuck that is. Okay. Oh my god, I hate this place. There's so many Elon Musks everywhere. A password-style lock is set. Yeah, why not? What's the password? It's probably in this guide. ONM, apparently. My god, they lied to me. Oh, I guess it's ISK then. Oh no. Oh my god, how do I delete shit? Let me in, bitch. Daddy's here. Ho-ho. Too much hair to be Elon Musk. Daddy Elon has come forth again to destroy us. Which way do we go? Why are there 4 ways to go? I just want to go the right way. Oh my god. Let's go north. What the shit? A voice print verification lock is set. Start voice print verification. I say penis. The door says, go fuck yourself. So, I guess we gotta go this way then. At least listen to the conversation, which I cannot do because reasons. Intercept the message. Am I supposed to use an item? Oh boy. I'm just gonna have to Google some shit, I guess. my god, you have to use the communicator? Are you serious? That is so annoying. Is the equipment check done? Yes, sir. Almost finished. Wow. Such important information. Alright. Whatever. Let's see. Listen to the conversation in the second room and then go back to the first room and re-listen. Because the game is so forthcoming in telling you this bullshit. My god. Way to be freaking arbitrary as hell. Just a few more things. Mop, recorder, flashlight, one each, sir. Alright. Hold on a sec while I start recording. Oh, dear God. Alright, what else was I supposed to do? Listen in the first room again, and then go back, because the person in the second room should leave by then. How annoying. Good work. Now you have to help me track down the intruders. Yes, sir. Consider me part of the search team now. Okay. Just go back and forth forever. Until the door finally fucking opens. Alrighty. We finally got the recorder, so now we can get the fuck out of this hellhole. It's kind of funny, because I think on the part 1 of this, I said that I think, that Irving looks a little bit like Sephiroth, and I assumed that he was evil or something, and they named that guy Sephiroth, and I'm like... Well, apparently I wasn't the only one who thought that. Alright, let's use this stupid recorder now. Tim says, what should I do? Voice print complete. Not registered. What the hell? Oh, I think I have to first record a message. My god. Cryptic as fuck. Alright. It's pretty boring considering the incursion. It's way too mellow. Did they really attack? Don't sweat it. Let the patrol bots take care of them. There's no sense putting ourselves in danger. Alright. What has ARMS done since then? All we know is this, ma'am. Several patrol bots have been destroyed, but there's no trace of them. Now, get this straight, soldier, says Antonora. You and every other troop in this plant is an elite Odessa fighter, so no lame excuses. Yes, ma'am, understood. We'll find them and hang them by their toes, I guess. Tim says, is that Antonora's voice? That reminds me, I saw something useful looking back there. Alright, so maybe we gotta use the recorder. That machine records voices, right? Well, let's try it. I just say the exact same thing. Alright, now we have the head honcho's voice. We can use it, hopefully, to bypass the biometric scanner that has been trapping us in here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, now, let's see if this will work. Finally, the door opened. Tim says, it works. I can talk now, right? Bunny says we're almost to the reactor. It's a dead end up ahead. Let's try elsewhere, says a voice in the distance. Lilka says, Antonora. Antonora says, you plan on bringing Vincefield down? Bunny says, if so, what of it? We're gonna put a stop to your schemes. Antonora says, impossible. Because I'm going to stop you. Okay. I'm not gonna let you all take him down. I don't want to witness that. Let this thread make you dance. Dance the dance of death. It suits you all so well. But yet, she will soon go to hell. Ephemeron. Oh my god. Look at that damage. Antonora says, is that all you can do? Don't disappoint me. With your current powers, it's impossible for you to destroy him. Destroy something. Destroy that booty. Antonora says, sorry, but your organization has an intelligence leak. Oh my god. Bunny says, impossible. Are you sure? Antonora says, I wonder. What's it like to have someone you trust turn on you? After all, your bonds are only so strong. Bunny says, what the heck? Antonora says, doppelganger. Quite an amusing little sideshow, wouldn't you say? This formless monster steals not only one's shape, but one's memories and skills as well. The intelligence gathered by a doppelganger in the form of your friend has stirred up even more distrust than we had hoped for. Bunny says, how could this happen? Brad says, what are you doing? It's not over yet. And kicks himself right in the face. Bunny says, it's you. Brad says, hand over the item, eat my dust. Antonora says, what's the matter? He might be a fake as well. Bunny says, you said our ties were only so strong. Well, you may be right. No, you are right. I once mistrusted a friend that I couldn't completely trust before. That's why this time I'm putting my trust in my friends. Alright, we gave him the item. Oh my god. Murder. Antonora says, no need to go all out, and teleports away. Bunny says, oh gosh darn it, that thing keeps getting moved. Bunny says, Brad, retreat, we failed our mission. Let's regroup. Brad says, no, I won't go now. I'm gonna finish the mission. Bunny says, how? You used the item, so how are we gonna destroy the plant? There's a bomb right here. Bunny says, don't be ridiculous. It won't come so easily out of your neck. Brad says there's no time. It's not smart like the item we had before, but it can't be neutralized, so before I blow up the plant, you guys need to get out of here. Oh my god, someone's gonna sacrifice themselves in an anime video game. Shocking. Bunny says, what are you gonna do? Brad says I'm gonna fulfill my destiny as a hero. Bunny says, please, promise to return. We're heroes because we always return from danger. Brad just raises his fist. Bunny says, let's evacuate. Don't look back, just look forward and get out of here, right now. Wilka says, what are you saying? Tim says, what do you mean? Does that mean that Brad? And trails off. Bunny says, believe. Who is he, fucking Naruto? Believe it. We'll meet again, I promise. Wow, it takes these assholes 5 hours to leave a room. Bunny says, here I go. Brad says, going off to one's death. That's what heroes do, I guess. Why wouldn't he just use one of the doppelgangers? Anyways, Brad says, right now, at this moment, I understand how he felt. He was horny in his pants. He wanted to take a dance and go to France. But it doesn't look like I'll be able to keep my promise. I think I'll be forgiven anyhow. Oh my god. I'm off to fulfill my destiny as hero, which he already said earlier, but needed to say again for some reason. Jesus Christ. The screen is still black. Kablamos. Bunny says, Brad! And it turns black and white for some reason. Oh my god. Irving says, we detected that explosion from the Valeria Chateau. Based on the pattern, we think it was the GS bomb. No, it was definitely the GS bomb that was implanted in Brad Evans' neck. That motherfucker is dead. Bunny says, is it at all possible that he survived? Irving says the powerful bomb around his neck exploded. We cannot imagine anyone surviving such a thing. Bunny says, I'm so sorry, Brad. There was a time when I doubted you, but not anymore. Irving says, I have a new mission for you, bitches. No time for sadness. Tim says, at a time like this? Bunny says, destroy Odessa utterly without wasting one breath. Return peace to the world. That is the only true way to mourn, Brad. Lilica says, yes, that is what we will do. That will make it better, won't it? Tim, you shouldn't mope around forever. Cheer up. Who cares that someone you know's just died? Tim says, yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm fine. Irving says your next mission is to guard someone very important. Guard the Guild Galad Master's son and take him back to his country. Bunny says you may be attacked by the terrorists. Irving says the request for protection came from the Guild Galad Master. Lilka says, that is unbelievable. Does he think that we are his personal escort service? I knew I disliked him. Irving says use the long-distance subway for this mission. The station is located north of Courtley, at the mountain's foot. Meet with them there. Tim says, can't be crying all the time, I guess. Lilka says, Brad would laugh. Bunny says, time for action now, bitches. Whee! Where the fuck is this place? I'm kind of annoyed too because the buttons are configured differently. So I don't know if this was the JP version of the game and this save file was related to. It's just bizarre to me. Yeah, it does feel very like Charlie's Angels-y. Anyhow, I think we're gonna call this an episode, because I have a lot of editing to do. So much editing. Oh my god. Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a great day.